And welcome to Mr. Tim Laws, the Director of Consignment of Propstore, who is in London currently, getting ready for the Entertainment Memorabilia Live Auction that Propstore does twice a year. Tim, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Michael. It's great to be here.
Now, you have some amazing pieces sitting in front of you. Would you mind walking through what those absolutely magnificent things are?
Yeah, my pleasure. Obviously, this is just a small selection of 1,100 lots we have in the auction, but yeah, these are some items that we've picked out, and yeah, happy to talk about them.
Thank you.
Perhaps start with the Harkannen ship here, to my right, to your left. So it's the Harkannen frigate from the 1984 Dune, which I actually watched again recently. I watched it before watching the new movie.
I did the same.
Yeah, the visual. I've forgotten how good the visuals are. You know, the visuals of that movie, the costumes, the sets, and the props really do hold up. I think they're really good even today.
I love that model is the small one because they built one that was 30 meters long.
Yeah, but this is still quite, this is still a miniature and it's still quite big.
Yeah.
But it is a displayable size. It's definitely manageable, and and I personally prefer the bad guys, so I like the Harkonnen ship.
Now, has that been restored at some point, or has it just been well cared for its whole life?
It's been really well cared for. All we've done with it is basically added a custom-made display stand for it, which goes with it. That's part of the lot. But the detail on here is pretty good. We'll get some close-up shots here for you.
Thank you.
But the detail's pretty good, and it has been very well looked after. You can see all the little panels and the craft of the model maker there, which was Brian Smithies and his team built this.
That's magnificent. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful and lovely to see that it survives.
Yeah, I think obviously the timing's perfect with the new movie out, and everybody's. I've recently reread the book. I've watched the old movie, and now I'm watching the new movie again. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I see the Emperor ship there as well.
Yeah, so this one, if you favour the good guys, I guess. Well, it's debatable where the Emperor.
Are there any though?
Not really. Not really, but this one has got its. I don't know if it shows up on screen there, but you've got this lights up still. So this is beautiful. It's a really detailed model. It's really, really nice. And again, like the Harkonnen ship, it's still in great shape.
It's magnificent. This absolutely.
It is cool. Beautiful. It is definitely cool.
Wow. Oh goodness. I absolutely and the lighting on it, is it still the original lighting as well?
Yeah, the lighting's been replaced. The old-fashioned sort of fluorescent tubes, miniature tubes that were in there have all been replaced sympathetically with some modern LED. So it's also cool lighting now. So it's not going to overheat. It's not going to cause any damage at all.
It's not going to catch fire like the
exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. So there we go. We're just dimming the lights there so you can see that.
Oh, that's so cool. I absolutely love that. Oh, what an absolutely beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's in fact, watching the movie again has made me sort of realize, like I say, I still think the design stands up so well that it's like no other spaceship in a movie that I can think of.
No, absolutely not. They were completely original designs for everything in that film, and so well executed, and in practical form, no CGI whatsoever. I
was really surprised at how good the movie looked. It's been a long time since I watched the David Lynch Dune, and I quite enjoyed it. Basically, the problem was they just tried to cram too much into that 2-hour slot. I think that's the other than that, it's really good.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I can't help but notice that the lament configuration sits in front of you as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it because obviously the walls are going to turn to slats and then creatures are going to turn up and all that kind of stuff. So but it's really cool. It's from the first movie, which is what makes that so special. It's come from the head of special effects, Jeff Portas, who this has been in his collection since filming. It comes with a letter from him. He delivered it personally. He had a good chat about it, and it's a pretty iconic horror prop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And because it's from the original, is it one of the close-up filming versions of it, or
I mean they made Jeff said they made 8 for filming. How many have survived is anybody's guess, but they would have almost certainly had some that had some practical applications, some sort of movement. This is a solid block with the intricate brass detail overlaid on the top. So this one is one of the solid sort of practical carry around versions, I would say, but there are going to be very few that have survived.
Oh yeah, they would have gotten beat up the most, and
absolutely,
the fact that one survives is quite amazing.
This one was dropped, as Jeff said, it was dropped at one point, and there is evidence on one of the corners where it's hit the ground pretty hard, so it's probably retired at that point. But,
it just adds to its story, though.
Absolutely.
All right, and then I see a dagger as well.
Yeah, this one's really cool. This is one of my favorite lots in the auction. It's Hudson's Knife from Aliens. So there's obviously been there's a lot of material from Aliens out there, a lot of collectors, a lot of interest. But this is the first time we've ever seen Hudson's Knife come to market, and it's come from a crew guy, well, from the family of one of the crew guys. Oh, wow. And I'll just pull the blade out there as well, and I don't know if you can see that. Put that into the camera.
So is that an actual knife, or is it a
it's an Explorer knife. It's kind of a brand name knife, so it's probably a store-bought knife at the time. However, the leather work on the sheath is custom for the movie.
Oh wow. And it just I'm assuming the crew guy just took it home after production.
That was a period in filmmaking where these items really had little or no value, and I would imagine a lot of that stuff was saved for that very reason.
Yeah, I often have to tell people the unfortunate tale of the props they ask about, that so many in that time period were just thrown in the trash. And
absolutely. No material value, no historic value. There was no effort made to sort of archive or preserve this stuff for posterity. It was just a byproduct of filmmaking. Yeah,
and just disposed of. And now I can't help it, but I know it's not up front and perhaps not planned, but I get asked by a lot of people, surprisingly, about the ABC robot from Judge Dredd. Now, that's the I guess the hero? Is it the animatronic version of the ABC robot?
So this version is pretty cool. First of all, it's got a remote control head. We don't have it powered up right now. You've caught me unawares with that, but it's
sorry.
That's absolutely fine. It's a beautiful piece. I mean, you've have got to have a big display room for it, but it's spectacular. And this one, the left arm moves there, and it would have been a situation where the actor could hold the arms to her throat to simulate that scene where the warrior's attacking. The paintwork screen matches as well. I think it was I could be right. I think it's one of two made for filming, but this one is in excellent shape. It's been really well looked after again.
So he's not gone through a restoration. He's just been cared for.
No, the only piece I think from memory that's been restored is the cod piece area. I think that was a replacement piece. Everything else is original from filming.
Oh my goodness. Well, since I've started you talking about the stuff behind you, I don't know if you could do a quick run through of all these things we're seeing, and then
of course, absolutely. So you can probably see Medusa to my right. Yes, to my right. This I think this is pretty cool. Again, it's huge, so display wise you're going to need a big room for it,
right?
But this was based on a scan of Harryhausen's original filming puppet. It was 3D scanned, and then they produced this full-size version of Medusa for an exhibition in London, at County Hall in London in 2010. Also doubled, the opening of the exhibition also doubled as Ray Harryhausen's 90th birthday party. It was actually an event we were lucky enough to attend as well. So it was very cool. Harryhausen signed the back of this while in attendance, and it's pretty amazing. It's only when you see it full size that you realize how sort of intimidating the character was.
Yeah. Brilliant.
But behind me we've got Elf, so that's a Will Ferrell Elf costume, and this has just gone nuts on the auction. I don't know if you've been following the bidding. We knew it was going to be popular. I mean, Elf is like everyone's new Christmas movie, isn't it? It's so
it's so admired. It's sort of supplanted A Christmas Story or any of the other ones. It's just Elf is the go-to now.
It absolutely is, and this we thought would go for sort of £20,000-30,000, and it's already at £70,000, and no sign of it slowing up.
No, I'm very interested to see how these things play out as far as values go, because it seems like every year the value of props just continues to skyrocket.
It does seem so, especially the ones that you would call, the ones that are recognizable to anyone.
Oh yeah,
Those
absolutely.
sort of items really do tend to, at the very least, maintain their value. But I think there's a good investment potential. That's not why I'd recommend anyone buy anything. You buy it because you love it. But it does seem to be that there's good money.
It's not a bad
well.
investment, that's for sure.
Indeed, yeah, I'd say that's a fair comment. We've got a Terminator up behind me there, endoskeleton from Terminator 2. So that was a Stan Winston original filming puppet, full Terminator from T2. And then after filming, it went to Las Vegas to be part of Chris Angel's stage show. So a few of the pieces were replaced on there, but most of it is still original to filming, and the eyes light up. So again, a pretty amazing display piece.
Oh, that's fantastic! What an odd history that is. That it just
yeah. I think a lot of the endoskeletons after filming went off to live new lives, but this lucky one got to spend some time in Vegas.
Fantastic! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and I can't help but see Marty's shirt over there as well. And there's the two.
Just get that in there. Yeah, that's obviously from. Can we? There we go.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, so that's obviously from Part 3, Back to the Future Part 3. It's Michael J. Fox's shirt, custom made. It's got the whole Roy Rogers thing going on there with the tassels and the colours. But I think that's probably the costume piece that most people remember from that film. I think if you were pushed to name one piece, it would probably be that shirt.
Clint Eastwood never dressed like that.
no, that was all quite funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, Tim, I can't help but thank you for taking the time to show all these pieces to us. And can you tell the folks about this auction and when and where they can take part in it?
Yeah, well, you can view the catalog now online at propstore.com/live auction. The full catalog is live, and you can actually register to bid now as well. If we've tempted you with some of these, you can start bidding right away. But the actual auction, the live event itself, will take place on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of November. So that's next week. And it will be fully online, fully interactive. Whoever wants to participate. There's not going to be nobody in the room to bid, unfortunately, just because of COVID. But next year we'll be back on track. But you can bid on the phone. You can bid online.
I hope to be there for that. So
look forward to showing you around in person. That'll be nice.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you again, Tim, for your time, and just absolutely beautiful pieces sitting there.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time to see us.
All right. Thank you very much.